Sup, my Yu-Gi-Oh nerds! Today I'm going to be talking about Edison format. So this is an older format. This is really like when Synchros started becoming a thing. It's the first couple sets in there. And if you guys want to know what kind of cards can go in it and what's legal, if you go to the edisonformat.com, it kind of just shows you everything. It's got a card pool list, the ban list, all that good stuff. And I've been playing Black Wings a whole lot in this format, and it's a lot of fun, really. And if you're actually interested in older formats, or if this is something you want to get into, I'm going to show you my deck profile for my Blackwing decks. It's doing pretty good. It's a little bit different than what some people play, but I've gotten some first place, second place, third place with it. So yeah, if that interests you, take a look. Alright, and with these old formats, there's really no such thing as test hands. Like, you can kind of draw and see if you have a good hand, but you can't really go play through it and see if you have any good combos, because there's really not a whole lot of combos unless you're playing plants, and even then it's basically the same combo again and again and again. So, started off, Sirocco. This is probably like your bread and butter card. You want this on the field really fast, and you want to get it into the graveyard really fast. So it's kind of like Cyber Dragon. If your opponent controls a monster, you can just normal summon it from hand with attributing. So that's, super great. It's a level 5, 2k, beat stick, and you can boost another Blackwing monster with all the other monsters on the field to give it a higher attack, which kind of comes into play a little bit. So we're going to play 3 of those. And then we're going to play 3 Shura. Shura is the best. Actually, it's not the best, but it does actually help you go for an OTK even better. And same thing, we're going to play 3 Bora. Bora the Spear. This is your piercing, and if you get boosted up from the other guy, then he hits like a truck. Then we're going to play 3 Blizzard. So this is your tuner to go into your Synchros, and it also lets you special summon a Ring 4 from the graveyard, so you can go into some attacks and then go into some more Synchros even faster. So, Kalut, this is going to be your next 3 of. This is your Honest. It just kind of boosts your cards. So if you have a hard time getting over something higher, like a 3k beater, this is how you're going to do it the easiest way. And it's searchable from the other cards. Alright, then we're going to play 2 Vayu. So this is a great one to get into the grave with your Sirocco. So then you can just make some Synchros even faster. So there's the Vayu Turbo is a pretty good deck version. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it, but my friend has a lot of luck with it. So DD Crow. So this is basically for my local specific. Everyone is on Monarchs right now with Frogs, and this hits Treeborn, and it just shuts down the deck. It's pretty awesome. And then Gale. You have to play Gale. I mean, you don't have to, but you really should play Gale. This is another card for getting over any big beaters that you're going to come across. Then I play Gores. It's Edison format. You play Gores. There's like a few staples that almost every deck plays. Gores, that's one of them. Dark Arm Dragon. Everyone calls it Dad. That's another great one. Just everything goes to the graveyard, and with one of our spells I'm going to show you, it's not horrible if you draw it later. Armageddon Knight, this is to get your Vayu to grave. Same with Dark Grepher. People go back and forth which one's better. Grepher, I would say, I don't know. I had both, I play both. Both work. Starlight Road for Trap, and this is another one to where basically if you're going to have any back row in Edison, you play Starlight Road. It's kind of a protection, and if you are really worried about hitting a barrier or anything like that, Mirror Force, if you're worried about hitting a Mirror Force, this is the card you want to play. It just kind of shuts that down. And Mirror Force. You play Mirror Force because it's a one-of that is really great in this format. Bottomless Trap Hole. I play 2 of those. It's great. Banishing monsters in this format is super good. And traps. I like playing back row. D-Prison. I play 3. That's another one. Just banishes. So super good, especially if you're playing the mirror match. If you banish any of the dark monsters, it just kind of helps shut it down. Black Whirlwind. So this is the spell. So if you have Sirocco or the first guy's Shura, anytime you normal summon, you get to add a monster, and you can go into Bora. So you can OTK with this deck, like not super reliably, but it comes up pretty often. And this is a great thing to have your Starlight Road. If you set this with a Starlight Road and they try to, Heavy Stormy or anything like that, shuts that down and gives you a better monster. Book of Moon, I play 3 of these, basically because piercing. All your extra deck monsters do piercing. Boar does piercing. You can boost something up, book a super small creature, and OTK. MST, it's a one-of. That's super great. Heavy Storm, same thing, especially in the mirror match. Again, hopefully they don't have Starlight Road, but you kind of have to roll them dice. Allure of Darkness, you have all your dark monsters. And like I said, if you draw Dad in Allure of Darkness, but you can't get your Dad, Allure of Darkness. And Brain Control, another one-of that just wins games. Take control of your opponent's monster, synchro it off, whatever you need to do, even attack with it because you can with Brain Control. It's broken, and in our locals, everyone says we need to ban it, but hey, it was legal in Edison. I don't play any Icarus attack. That's one that everyone says I need to play, but I have never really been like, man, I wish I had an Icarus attack as opposed to my other back row. So, I don't know. Stardust, that's for your Starlight Road, and you can make it. It is a great card, especially if you're going to hit a Mirror Force or something. Blackwing Armed Dragon, Blackwing Armed Wing, I can talk. I play 2 of those. These are your basic synchros you can get into, and that's another good thing to hit your Book of Moon for. Piercing damage, and it gets boosted. Thought Ruler Archfiend, Bryonic Goyo, Black Rose Dragon. So this format, you don't really have staples that every deck plays in the main deck, except for like maybe a couple of the back row. All of your staples basically are going to be these synchros right here. Bouncing, taking control of, destroying entire fields. Master, I play 1 Master. Mostly because it's kind of expensive. But also, if I ever am making 2 or 3 of these things, I've already won the game. So I don't really go into it. I play 3 of the Armed Wing. I just found that one. Silver Ascendant. So basically, I play 2 of these because there's been a few times where you have to get over something really big. This plus a Kalut, and you're attacking over anything in the game. And another staple, Catastor. Just a good pop. If you're not fighting anything dark, it is great. And it's easy to get into in this deck. So hey, that's my Edison deck. It's got me a couple wins. What do you think? Thank you for checking out another one of my videos. If you're interested in any more, I've got a couple lined up right here. And if you haven't yet, click the icon in the center to subscribe to my channel. And remember, have fun out there.